Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? How the heck are we? It's Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Who does everybody got winning? Seahawks or Patriots? I kind of want the Seahawks to win. Honestly, I really just want a good game. So we got some stuff to do on the farm today. Hopefully, we'll get some tunes going here. See how things go. Really weird. For some reason, I don't know if are we doing this the right way? Yeah, heck yeah. All right. So, right now we're gonna probably start off on cutting some grass. I'm gonna do the last time we cut the field we're getting ready to cut, we put it in the for silage. So this time I'm gonna cut windrow and cut tedder and windrow so we can have some hay bales. Kind of what I'm thinking of doing on this grass field is going, uh, every other, like alternating and everything like that. So let's get started. How about it? I really like this mower. I know it's not the fastest mower or nothing like that, or the widest or anything, but for some reason I just like how it cuts and everything like that. So we're gonna get this mowed. I did switch back to using OBS Studio. I was using Meld Studio, which is cool. It's all right, but I don't know. For some reason, I just think the video quality and everything like that coming out of OBS Studio is a lot better. The colors and everything don't look either too bright or too vibrant. They also don't look too washed, if that makes sense. Because I know there's just a little bit more customization with OBS Studio still. Maybe as Meld Studio gets bigger or does more updates and stuff, they'll get more customizations and stuff like that. But because I like the concept and everything. What's up, Mail? What is MMDJ? What is that? What is MMDJ? I don't know what that is. But what's going on over there? So it's kind of where we are right now. OBS Studio just has a little bit more customization. Like I said, I feel like the broadcast and colors and everything like that just looks a lot better coming out of OBS Studio. I'm old, so I don't know what the MMDJ is. And for some reason on YouTube, I can put on the correct game, like especially when it comes to Farm Sim. Like sometimes it'll have Farm Sim 25 as an option when I'm trying to set up everything and put the game name and everything, and other times it doesn't find it. So I know on this one it had one and it said Farm Sim 25, but then it was the Highland Fishing Edition, which technically I am using the Highland Fishing Edition. I'm just not on the Highland map. But that was the only one I could find that was said Farming Simulator 25. So if you guys were expecting the Highland Fishing, I apologize, but that was the only way I could label the game right. And it's only been the Farm Sim 25 that's given me that issue with. It's weird. So I just figured we get some farming done, do some farm stuff before we're going to the parents for the Super Bowl festivities tonight. So getting over there this afternoon, but figured we got some work on the farm to do. And to be honest with you guys, I think just after doing a couple other streams playing Warzone and stuff like that, I think I'm gonna stick to live streaming like the sim games and stuff like that. What's up, Mohit? What's going on? Hello, hello. How is your Sunday? I think we're gonna stick to only doing the live streaming of like farm sim mostly, and then I might sprinkle in. I do play Dirt Rally 2.0, which is pretty fun. Maybe do a little bit of that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I don't think a whole lot of people like the Call of Duty content, which not saying I'm terrible at the game because I'm not terrible, but I'm not the greatest, and I really just like the fact that I can have more interaction with you guys when I'm playing Farm Sim and everything like that. Whereas on like Call of Duty or whatever, I can only really I'm so focused on the game that can't really talk except for between matches or something like that. So I get it, you know. But I honestly I do enjoy the interaction and conversation and everything like that when playing farm sim or simulation games. I might look into starting up some story games too. I'm not sure. There's just I haven't found ones that I'm really interested in. Like there's a couple that are pretty cool that look like they'd be fun to do, but I just haven't found anything that I'm like super interested in playing. There's a couple, and eventually we might start doing some story games or something like that, but not yet. We'll stick to farming. It does the thing. It's relaxing to hang out, chat. I am also forever working on an actual like stream schedule that I can actually stick to, which is really tough so far and has proven to be tough so far to stick to an actual schedule. But when I do, I'll definitely post it up for sure. At least I'll try to. I don't know how to post it up unless you guys get in Discord. I can that might be an option. If you guys are part of the Discord or something, I can post up like a stream schedule and stuff like that. I really want to get more involved in my Discord as well. Start doing some more posting in there. Seems like that would be a good thing to do, you know? So, let's. I think I gotta get this one side right here. Yep, I do, because it's not quite. There we go. It's weird. I'm gonna get like a little sliver of the piece here. Kind of how the GPS had it lined up, I guess. I would be on TikTok as well right now, but for some reason I don't think I can broadcast in 1440 over there. I haven't tried it, but I do kind of hope that it's actually broadcasting, and I think it is broadcasting in 1440 over on YouTube right now. Kick is limited to 1080, but that's okay. I do like being able to broadcast in 1440. Just the quality looks a lot better, in my opinion. I mean, technically, I think I might be able to add a TikTok vertical to this and maybe start one up. I don't know. TikTok is kind of changed, since the new ownership and stuff like that. I don't know what the metrics are behind everything and how to get it, which stinks because I do have a pretty good following over there, but I really think YouTube is definitely the way to go as far as learning the ins and outs and everything, and really try to perfect your. Because I mean, I feel like if we can grow on YouTube, I think that'll be really, really good. So I appreciate anybody that comes through and hangs out and subscribes and likes the channel or anything like that. Means everything, man. For real. I guess the only bummer part, if you want to call it that, is that can't really play music or anything on YouTube. At least I haven't found a playlist that is, accepted. Which is okay. So yesterday, there was no stream or anything like that. I didn't even do any kind of gaming or anything because my sons, both of my sons, had one of their last wrestling tournaments for the year, and kind of went all day. But very proud of those two. They each took third place in their weight classes, so very proud of them. That was really pretty fun to watch. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Chat. Whoops. Just kidding. Well, hopefully this pulls back up. Whoopsie daisies. Oh no. There we go. Hit the wrong button. My bad. My controller has back buttons and I accidentally tapped one. Drop the implement off the backside. We're going to mow, then we're going to tether it, and then we're going to windrow it, and then bale it up for some hay bales. Actually, I think hay bales you don't tether it because, or do you? You do tether it for hay bales, that's right. Because you want it dry. If you were doing silage bales, you wouldn't tether it. You would bale it and wrap it, but since we got the silos to do silage in, we don't do that. And we already have straw bales from our wheat field, which is what we're gonna do again. I think with the wheat for a while, we're just gonna do our straw bales and everything. The only thing I worry about here is I'm wondering if our square baler, if it already has straw in it, if it will let me bale and make this hay. I guess we'll find out. I'm not 100% sure if it will or not. We did add a couple more pieces of equipment to the farm, being the fact that this is the Walker Farms map. I just felt wrong not having a Big Bud tractor, so I did get one of the Big Buds. It's the 747. I put some, I didn't put the twin wheels on, but I did put like big floaters on it. So, pretty cool looking. And it's a Black Beauty edition, so we got ourselves a Big Bud on there. And then added a subsoiler and a cultivator, but it's the flex coil one, so it's kind of the biggest one that they have. And the only reason I did the flex coil is because we're on Welker Farms, and there's nothing to get kind of stuck on. It's nice, big, and open, but that flex coil one is so dang massive that on like regular maps or something, you would run into everything trying to drive down the road, even with it folded up. Pretty big. So when you get a nice big old open layout like this map is made, it's nice to be able to use the larger size equipment because it does cut down on quite a bit of time doing things. See if any alerts or something, anything like that worked today. A lot of times they don't, or it's very like hit and miss, especially when it comes to the YouTube side. I'm not sure why that is the case, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I really like this mower. Like I said, it's not the biggest mower. I do like this better. I used to use the Krone, like the mower that was in game, where it had the front mower and then the two in the back. But dang, I lift whenever I turn around and everything, and man, the delay between to dropping down the blades and everything takes so long. So this mower doesn't have that issue. We did there was a newer, or at least new to me, John Deere. That's the other thing we added couple of different John Deere 9RXs. Well, there's a 9R and a 9RX. So we got one with the tracks, one with the tires. I did one of each, but they have a camouflage paint job on them. It's just pretty damn cool. And it's actually like green and everything. But with that pack, there was also a John Deere trailer, which I thought was pretty cool. Now it has like the unrealistic capacity in it, but it it's a dump trailer, but it looks cool. I like it. So we'll be giving that a test through probably here in a little bit on a harvesting job or something. I think I can hold anything in there as well, like including root crops and stuff like that, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out when it comes to that point, but kind of excited to use that. Oh, I don't have my beacons on. There you go. Got the old beacons on. It's important. Got to be safe. Safety first, chat. Safety first. Just saying. I think I'm going to miss out on some, they're called 1v1v1 challenges on Warzone with a streamer that I watch over on Kick. I've been getting into those. It's kind of like a sub games kind of deal and stuff like that, but really wanted to do some farming today, just kind of chill, relax. Chill, relax, hang out, all the things. I think it's flurrying in here. It is January, so that would make sense if there were some flurries falling. I don't have it to where snow will show up on the field and stuff like that just because I really don't want to do like snow removal kind of stuff or skip all the way through everything and all that, but that is an option you can have on here. I mean, you can see the snow, but I have like disasters and stuff like that turned off because honestly, I mean, it's not. I've seen it. People have it. Really not that great of an addition. At least not in this version. Maybe they'll start doing it more like realistic style or something like that in the next games, or maybe some patches or something like that. But the best we get for snow weather is you can see the flurries coming down. It will show like actual snow too, but you just won't ever see anything sticking to the ground. So the tractor I'm using right now on this mower is the John Deere 8400. I really do, more and more I think about it, I really think that's my favorite tractor right now in this game. It's just it can do a lot of things. Can't do everything, but it can do a lot. Or at least for the functions of my farm, it can do quite a bit. And it's just cool looking. For those of you that are more case fans than anything, I do have a couple of red implements on the farm. Not many. I don't have anything against any of the other brands and stuff like that. I just have always preferred John Deere. So I grew up around folks that had John Deere's and stuff like that, so that's just kind of what I'm used to, and I really like it. So I apologize if I don't have enough red on the farm, or blue for that matter, but it is what it is. So I do have a wheel set up as well. I don't know if you can tell on YouTube, but I'm using controller on here, but I had a nice Moza set up and everything like that, but honestly, in my little area in my room and everything like that, it's not a lot of room. So with all that stuff hooked up, it tends to get pretty crowded. What's up, Noah? How's it going, buddy? So I'm just playing with controller. You subbed? Nice. Appreciate that, Noah. We'll see if I get an alert or not. It's hit or miss. It's definitely hit or miss on YouTube for some reason. I appreciate the sub over there on YouTube. Oh, I'm doing good. Just doing some farming, trying to get back to my roots of the channel here and mowing a little grass here. We're going to turn this into hay bales this time around. When I mowed it the last time we did it, I kind of go back and forth. I alternate this field. One cut goes for silage. The next goes for the next. I'm gonna do hay bales. So kind of alternate that. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. How is your Sunday going? Are you going to be watching the Super Bowl? If so, who do you want to win? And if not, that's cool too, You're going to your farm right now? Nice. In real life or on the game? If it's on the game, what map are you playing on? I'm on Welker Farms right now, so really like this map. I haven't gotten too customized in it yet, but I'm getting there. You be watching the game tonight? Gotcha. Who do you have a preference of who wins, or you just want to have a good game to watch? I'm kind of on the edge of I just want it to be a good game. I don't really care who wins or not. I'm in it for the food and the commercials. Which is funny because I feel like a lot of people that watch the Super Bowl, there's a ton obviously that care about the game. You want a good game too? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want it to be like a blowout or just like I don't want it to be a boring game. See, I don't even mind if it's a low scoring game as long as it's an entertaining low scoring game, which can be done. But if it's just like a blowout or something like that, that's not going to be very much fun to watch. You going to your farm in real life? Nice. What are you what are you doing on the farm today? I wish I was a farmer. I never did get an opportunity to try to do that. I don't really have any family that's in farming or anything like that, and I really wasn't able to. I was never able to purchase land or something like that to do any kind of real farming. So I just have to be a pretend one. And I know some of the things I do in here is definitely not the way you do it in real life, but it's okay. Doesn't make it any less fun. So Noah, do you just do like crops and stuff like that, or do you have animals and everything like that as well on your farm? All done. Go get her back to the farm, and then we will go grab the tedder. Probably shovel some snow for the cows and bulls and horses. Nice, nice. We still got a little bit of snow where we are, but most of it's pretty well melted off. And then we got some warmer weather coming through during the week, so probably won't have hardly anything. We'll be ready for the next snowstorm. Kind of lucked out on that deal. I know some folks out there just they've had a ton of snow this year. Well, this winter, I should say. So I know not everybody has gotten lucky enough to not have to deal with it, but let's give her a washing here. Don't take much. I just got to wash this one wheel, and the whole thing gets clean. Super realistic on that deal. I wish there was. I mean, I'm sure there is on PC where there's an actual like realistic like washing type of mod or something like that, where you actually have to hit multiple points for it to actually wash. I would think there would be something like that, but we ain't got that. We're on console, so we'll just do it this way. Just got the iPhone 17. Nice, dude. I still have an Android Samsung. I think it's a Galaxy A15 or something. Whatever the cheapo free phone was from T-Mobile, that's what we got. I'd love to get an iPhone. I liked iPhone. I prefer it over Android, but ain't got the money to buy one of them. Them dudes are expensive. Even just doing like a payment plan thing. I think we're gonna go grab our other 8400, which is connected up to the trailer over here. So here's that trailer, the John Deere trailer that came with the pack that I got the other John Deere, the 9R and the 9RX. So it's pretty cool. It has unrealistic capacity, but I just like the fact that I actually have a John Deere trailer now. What farm game is this? This is Farming Simulator 25. I know it says it's the Highland Fishing's edition, Highland Fishing on the description or whatever if you see it, but that was the only one that had anything about Farm Sim 25, but this is Farming Simulator 25. Alright, let's go tatter that field, then we'll windrow it, and then we'll bale it up. We'll get our hay bales going. So we already got straw bales. That's the bales you see right there. And we're working on doing hay bales. So you have 25 as well? Gotcha. Do you play on PC or are you on console or? Yeah, I really like 25. Got our beacons on, even though I got traffic turned off. You play on PC and PS5? Gotcha. Yeah, I'm on Xbox Series X. I was on PC. I had a dual PC setup and everything like that, but got to be to where I was always having to tweak something all the time and everything, plus the games I'd play. I mean, it still looks good through console and everything. And it's really weird because I used to be, up until the PS5, I was a PlayStation only guy. Like, I didn't want to have nothing to do with Xbox or anything like that. And honestly, when the Series X came out, that kind of changed. And it's really weird because now, like, if I gotten so used to the Xbox controllers that a PS5 controller feels weird. So it's kind of, but I used to be PlayStation only though for a long time. But honestly, yeah, either one of them's good. And really, one of the things I like the better about Xbox is the color. The colors and everything through Xbox seem, because I played PS5, but it was really like dull and kind of dingy looking whenever I was doing that. Unless there was some color management setting that I didn't mess with, but it didn't seem as vibrant. But really, both of them are good. And then obviously, PC is PC. So, well, let's get to tethering. Dry it up. And then we'll, like I said, we'll windrow it and bale it up. And we'll have ourselves some hay bales. We played on Switch for 2 to 4 years, and now I play on PS5. That's probably a jump up, graphics wise, because I like the Switch. I think the Switch is good for, like, obviously you get the Mario games and franchise stuff there, but I think the Switch and Nintendo is great for, like, family gaming. Like family type of games or something like that. Um, I think they've really kind of perfected that type of stuff, if you will, which is cool. I'm glad that, because, and honestly, Nintendo kind of just stuck to their own lane and didn't try to compete with the other the other platforms and things like that, and it's worked out great for them, honestly. So my brother has a Nintendo Switch. I think he has the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. I'm not 100% on that, but for sure I know he's got a Switch. And yeah, I mean, just I think Nintendo really has done great about staying true to their own stuff and not really like conforming to what Xbox and PlayStation, competing for stuff like that. So just doing a little tethering here. Didn't didn't the Switch, or I know one of the farming simulator titles was only on mobile and Switch. I want to say it was Farm Sim 23 or something. I thought. I, I appreciate the follow on Kick. I have no idea what to call you. But I appreciate the follow anyhow. So I don't really know what your name is. It just says 4VNNLYD 5NY. I don't I have no idea what your actual name is. But I appreciate the follow. So weird. Yeah, get the hay bales done and then fertilize it again. So it'll be nice and ready to keep on growing. One of the things I did on here is I took the field of view and changed it back and took it all the way down to the lowest field of view. Whoa. Which I really like because it actually shows more like elevation and everything. I used to play on the highest field of view, but on Welker Farms it just looked like everything was flat. Like there was not much change. Whereas if you put it on a lower field of view, it you can see there is some slight elevation. I know it's pretty flat, but on the higher elevation settings or the higher field of view settings, it makes it look like it's just straight flat. You don't really see hills too much. But so I was messing around with that, and I think I'm on like 40, either 40 or 50 for the field of view, which I think it looks pretty dang good, if you ask me. I think it also makes the field look bigger, if you would. Another thing it helps with is that, like with controller or whatever, the higher field of views makes it look like the tractors are just like flying everywhere. Like it's like there's like super fast and everything. Now, even if I have a tractor that goes like 30 plus miles an hour, it doesn't look like it's going super fast. Whereas it used to look like it was just like cooking, driving down the road in the uh, higher FOVs. Now 30 miles an hour looks like 30 miles an hour. It doesn't look like 70 miles an hour. I don't know what contracts are available either. We might have some cultivating contracts that we will be able to do. So I do my own. I do my own farming stuff, but I know a lot of folks that just like skip forward and stuff like that. I actually like doing the contracts while like my fields are growing or while I don't have a lot to do on my own fields. I like doing the contract because you get some money back and it gives you something to do and everything like that. I just don't like always just skipping ahead, kind of thing. I like having something to do. Now there's certain contracts that I don't do. Like I'm not doing stone picking or wood transport or something like that. But if it's like a harvesting contract or anything like that, or shoot, even like baling contracts or anything, I'll try to knock those out and make it and get it down to where there's none of those kind of contracts left to do for the quote unquote month, because I have my months set to one day before I'll skip ahead to the next month. But that's just kind of how I like to play, you know. Get you some money back in your pocket, and you know, obviously it still gives you something to do, even though it's not on your own farm. But and normally I would have animals on here, but I wanted to do things a little bit differently than I typically did. Every time I would have incorporate animals and everything like that on the other maps that I've played, I always would get the animals, and then I'd be stuck having to buy all the food and hay bales and this that whatever for them. So it was kind of counterproductive. So this time, what I'm trying to do is get all that material ready and already have it available, then get the animals. That way, I can just make sure I'm not having to buy separate. I'm taking everything out of my own, what I've grown and stored and everything like that. So, which is probably the correct way that you would want to do it, but I just always got too antsy and started just buying my animals and buying all their stuff, and then just got stuck in that cycle. So, trying it a different way. We just haven't got to that point yet where we're ready to put up a animal pen or whatever yet. I'm probably gonna for sure do dairy cattle, but I don't know beyond that what I'm gonna do. I wouldn't mind having pigs, but man, that's I thought cattle ate and took a lot of resources. Pigs take a lot of resources. It's crazy. Whoa, little squirrely on the old turnaround here. All right, last row of the tedder. and then we'll go grab our windrower. It's actually a different style windrower than what I'm used to, so I'm kind of interested to see how it does. Guess we'll find out together. Get her folded back up here. I think I'm going to let's do this here because for some reason I feel like the sound is really quiet. It's probably not, but it feels like it is. So I'm actually just going to turn it up a hair. There we go. Just a hair. It's not terrible. I think we might be good on that right there. Excuse me. I mean, obviously, I don't want it like overpowering everything, but I want to be able to actually hear stuff, or you guys to be able to hear stuff other than just me yakking. So there's our two fermenting silos, which we are using to make silage, and we do that with the grass field that we just cut there. But we already mowed it and did one round of silage, so that's why we're doing this round is going to be for hay bales, and then like I said before, we already got plenty of straw bales going, which is our wheat field over there. I think the wheat field we might do some alternating on that too, because the wheat field is a pretty big field and we can get a lot of bales out of it. So I think what we might do is uh, what I might do is alternate that and then we'll save some wheat. Well, no, because we can. Nah, never mind. We're just going to continue doing what we're doing with that because I already store wheat as well. What I want to do is find a way to do the only thing I can't figure out is when it comes to making like TMR, total mixed rations for cattle. One of the ingredients in it is mineral feed, and that's the only thing I've been able. I think that I'll have to buy, but I have seen a couple of mods. I just don't know if they're on PC or if they have something for console where you can do like a mix or something like that and make your own TMR. I did see a couple that were on console, but it was requiring like a certain kind of seed that I don't think is in this map to be able to make mineral feed. So I think only certain maps might have the proper. It's called rapeseed that you need to put in it to make mineral feed, and all the mods I saw for like to make your own, like a mineral feed mixer or something like that, all called for that as part of because there was different formulas, And I don't think I have that as an option in here, uh, which kind of stinks. I also don't know if you can grow something, like plant something that you would get rapeseed from, or if it's its own like crop or something. But it'd be nice to know that. So we're gonna try this. I'm not 100% sure how this one will look or how it goes, but we're gonna see what we can do. Because this is our windrower. It's not like the windrowers that I'm used to using, so I don't know how this looks. I'm hoping it gathers everything and just drops a row right in the middle, but I don't know. Guess we will find out. Get lined up a little bit here. Oh, so it drops it to the left side. Toggle work mode. Oh, so I can do it to the left, probably the right, or the middle. I do like the left there for the edges. All right, well, we'll play around with that a little bit here. That's kind of cool, actually. No lie. It keeps it from going off the field. So that's pretty cool. So you do your headland and watch it be a left or right thing only. There won't be any like middle. It's kind of cool though. I mean, it's not the widest, but I don't know if I like the. Actually, let's just do this. Right, left. Yeah, it's either right or left. So that's cool though. That is cool. Like I said, it keeps you from throwing it off the edge or coming out of the or going out of the field. It just makes it look cleaner. last little bit here. There we go. Kind of cool. I think I like it better than a regular windrower. I think I like it better. Even though I know a regular windrower drops it in the middle, I do kind of like the fact that this throws it to one side or the other. Alright. Now, the only thing I can think of that might become an issue is we get way too big of a swath here in a second. So I might have to switch it up every time. So we'll keep this on the left. And then maybe on the way back we'll do the right side. Switch it over to right. I don't know, let's see what happens here. So we're going to throw this to the left. And if I throw the next row to the right, it shouldn't be too big to where the baler can't bail it up. That would be my only concern. Hopefully that's not the problem. It doesn't become a problem. What's up, Colby? Happy Sunday to you. How you doing? Hopefully your Sunday is going well so far. Welcome in, by the way. So now I'm going to try and switch it over to the right. Start one over that way. See if that's a thing, if that will work. Ooh, it is kind of like making it just bigger. That's alright. We'll see. I wonder if this is one of those deals where where I should skip a row. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know the proper way to use one of these. I mean, shoot, we can try leaving it on high. I said hi, Colby. Or Jordan. I don't know. Appreciate you saying hi. Appreciate you stopping in. Here, let's try this. Let's try leaving it on the right side here. And tossing everything to the right, and then switching over to the left on the next pass. Maybe that's what I gotta do. Just for some reason, I feel like when I come through with the baler, it's gonna be too big of a row for the baler to get it all. It is. It is, Colby. It's. I guess it's new to me. I guess if it's the Oxbow one, so I've never used the windrower like this. I always get like the Pottinger one, or the regular type of windrower. So I guess we'll see how this works out. Like I said, hopefully it doesn't end up being way too big for like the baler to come through and bail it up. 'Cause it's a pretty big row right there. So what I'm trying to do is get hay bales. Wait, so first I need to switch this to left side. All right, so now we're gonna switch over to left. Are you? Am I on Sellers? I'm not. I'm on Welker's. Welker Farms. Yeah, Welker. Yep, that's the one that I'm on. Yep. Trying to put start in here, and I'm gonna. I don't have any animals going right now, but I'm trying to have all the stuff needed for them before I buy them, because normally when I every time I've ever done had animals, I usually do it the other way and do it backwards, and I get all the animals and everything, and then I end up buying all their stuff. I'm trying to say that, but autocorrect changed it. Yeah, gotta love that autocorrect. Gotta love autocorrect. Okay, I think we might have figured out the system on this. I think we might have figured out the system on this. So now we change it over to the right side. I just that I just hope that one row is not too big. I assume you play Farm Sim 25 as well, Colby. You're playing the Walker's map right now. Got you. So, have you done any kind of customizing on that, and like adding like productions or anything? Because I haven't gotten that far into this map. I mean, this is like the third time I've done this map. Third, third different time I've done this map, but I want to do add like some productions and stuff because I know that they have spots that you can purchase that have nothing in them, and I'd like to do productions or something like that, but I don't. I want it to look good, if that makes sense. Oh, you haven't. What what have you done? Do you have any animals or anything like that going, or you just doing just the regular old crops and everything on the map? Just doing the like row crop kind of thing. I mean, I have fun doing just the regular crop stuff too, but like I said, I mean, all my fields right now that I have are all growing, so I'll do contract things like that. But I would like to do production of some sort. I just don't. There's a bunch of like blank areas on here, fenced in, that you could do some production. Corn and soybeans. You also have like 1,000 kilos. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm trying to do. I'm gonna have cows again, like and do like dairy, but I do want to try adding in some sort of like production chain kind of stuff. I think that would be pretty fun. I just got to figure out how I can do it without it being weird or not looking right. But yeah, I'll probably end up having like dairy cattle and everything like that. Like I said, I'm just trying to do it the right way and get all the stuff needed to make like PMR and all that ready to go before I buy the animals. You own every field on one save? Nice. Nice. I think I did that on one map save, but I did it on one where there was no productions, so it was kind of, it wasn't all that fun. If I do that, I'd like to have like some production chains and things like that, so there's something different to do all the time, you know. But I do like how you're doing it as well. Uh, and like I said, I'm gonna have animals. I just don't want to do it how I always done. Added animals is I always got the animals first. Then I was stuck having to buy everything instead of grow it all on my own. Otherwise, my damn animals were like dying. I don't want that to happen this time. So, like, this is a grass field, and like every other one, I'm doing silage on one cut, and then this is the first one I'm doing for hay bales. So I'm going to do hay bales on one cut, then silage on the other cut, and then just keep on doing that with the grass field here. I might during harvest. It is stressful because you have like 6 combines going. Yeah, not me. I only got one combine right now, but I also farm on my own, so that would be a pretty stressful time having 6 combines going at one time. How many pickup trailers do you get? Or actually, did you notice the new John Deere one? That I guess the newer John Deere mod, where you get the John Deere trailer that you could do. I do unrealistic capacity in it, but it looks pretty cool. It's a smaller trailer. Yeah, I don't know if I could keep up with 6 combines. Not by myself. I also don't have seasons on, so I can kind of grow whatever I want when I want on this particular save, which is kind of nice. Not gonna lie. I do like this windrower though so far. Pretty nice. It seems a lot cleaner whenever you're doing your rows, as long as you get your left right situated correctly. I think it's a pretty good one. Otherwise, if you did like all to one side, that would be a very big row. Like there's a lot of row to it. I know season's on, but it makes me mad that I don't have much time. Oh, really? Do you what? How many days do you have your months set to? 1, 2, 3. I wish you could do it realistic and have like actual amount of days in a month that the month would have, but I feel like you would run out of stuff to do really quick. 2 to 4. Got you. I got you. And you still run out of time. Wow. Well, I also play on half the speed of real time, so it's slower. Well, I have it set to the slowest length of time. But I guess if I owned everything on the field or on the map and everything, I could see where it would take out. You'd run out of time. You don't know how to change the speed? If you hit your... Are you on PC or console? Which actually I don't think it would matter. Here, I can show you. If you... So if you go to your pause menu and go to settings, it should be in general settings. I might be wrong. It might be in gameplay settings. Yeah, it's in your gameplay settings. So just go to your hit your pause menu, go to settings, and then it goes time scale, and you can change that. You can take it all the way up to like 300 times in like super fast mode, or you can change it down to, so here's real time, and then I just take it down to zero point 0.5, which is half. So for every 1 minute in the game, it actually takes 2 minutes in real time. If that makes sense. I hope you saw that. But it's just in your normal game settings. Yeah, not a problem, Colby. Not a problem. Yeah, I just... It makes more sense to me to do it that way. Because then it definitely helps whenever it comes to... If you have a lot of like... Either a lot of stuff you have to do on your own, or if you're trying to do like a... If you have like contracts like the root crops or something that already take a long time, and you have to get it done, then you don't run into an issue where you can't get it done, if that makes sense. Because at least I haven't yet. Alright, let's go left here. So the two end ones are going to be the bigger rows. So hopefully the baler will bale them, and hopefully I don't have to buy a new baler because I don't know if there's straw still in the baler currently. Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll let it count it as hay whenever I bale this up. Well, I like how this windrower does it. I don't do the one where you have to follow the harvester with a trailer. What do you mean? Oh, you don't do the forage harvester? I think that's what that is a forage harvester. Is what you're talking about. That's the only one I can think of where you follow it with a trailer. Now, I mean, I do the one where, the harvester will be harvesting and you unload on the go. I'll do that every now and again and I'll throw the AI on the harvester. Oh, yeah, because the carrots and everything are super slow. Yeah. No, I use, for the root crops and everything, I have the Colossus harvester pack and I use the beet harvester with the vegetable header, and I just throw that sucker up to like an unrealistic capacity, like the highest unrealistic capacity, and I just throw an AI worker on it. And then with the beet harvester, it loads it. You don't have to have a separate trailer or anything like that. Yeah, root crops are probably the worst ones for me as far as enjoyment of doing the of harvesting them. So, like I said, I'll just throw an AI worker on the Colossus one, and not have to worry about it. And the cool thing with the Colossus Harvester is that most of the sell points you can get into them with the harvester itself, and you don't have to transfer to a trailer on this game. I I can do forge because just hook up the trailer to the right. I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about you don't do like the a chase wagon or something like that to where you have to have a separate tractor and trailer set up just for the root crops. Yeah, I completely get you. Yeah, because what happens then is that when you go to it would definitely take forever. I can see that. But I think I know what you're talking about, Phil. All right, let's see. Let's see if the baler. I really don't want to buy another baler, but I might have to. Just because for some reason, yeah. See, this is straw, so I'm gonna buy another baler. I'm gonna buy another baler, and it's gonna be for hay bales. Because I think because that's loaded with straw, it'll screw up the hay part of it. But that just gives me a reason to buy the John Deere baler now. And we're going to use that for hay bales. So we got one, the Crone's going to be for straw, and the John Deere is going to be for hay. And we'll keep it separated up that way. I'm just driving over to the. I don't put AI on a baler. I know somebody was telling me about it that you could do that, but I don't put AI on the baler. I do it myself. But I typically find myself, especially if I'm doing straw and hay, I just I don't know if I have to do it this way, but I'm I just have two separate balers, one for hay and one for straw, because it doesn't always let you unload the baler like an unfinished bale or something like that. So I just keep two separate balers. One for hay, one for silage, and then or one for hay and one for straw. And then for silage, I got the fermenting silos, so I have a pickup wagon, like a forage wagon that I will use to just pick up the wet and take it directly to the fermenting silo, where it will turn it into silage. So I have to. I'm just driving over to the shop. Hopefully, we have enough to buy that John Deere baler. I prefer the square baler over the round bale, just cause. So, all right, let's see if we can get the John Deere baler. I should have it in here. I do. I forgot which one is which. Honestly, I don't remember what the difference is. See, I like that. I like that too. John Deere twine, baby. Yeah, I don't know what the difference is between this one and the other one. I don't have multiplayer going right now. I really don't play multiplayer all that much, but I do randomly. I typically most of the time I'm playing solo. Okay, so all right? I'm gonna back out and see what the difference is. I really don't. No idea. I have no idea what the real difference is. Here, you can change the main color. Nope, we'll just stick with this. There we go. All right. I don't know why I thought we weren't going to have enough to buy one. Plenty big. Or we had plenty and it was only 14 grand. It was only 14 grand. I don't know why I thought we weren't going to be able to afford it. Sweet. Now let's oh, we're already set to the size we need it to be. Cool. Hopefully it'll pick up the bigger rows here. That would be nice. Oh, my day's been going well. It's been going good. It has been going just splendid. Gonna be watching the Super Bowl later. Probably got another couple hours on here, but then we're going to the parents. We do it every year to go watch the Super Bowl. So unfold it. Drop her down. And here we go. Oh. Here comes the test. I don't think it's going to pick up this entire row. If it does, that would be really cool. But I feel like the two end ones are going to be quite large. And they are, but oh, this is going to be rough. So we're going to have to figure out how to make these a little bit smaller. This is definitely rough. It's picking it up, but it's painful to watch. Just started Welker Hay Farm. Got you. Nice. All right, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to get those end ones smaller because this is a little big. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, but hey, at least it's picking it up, you know? Which is better than it could have been. I am too. I'm surprised it picked it up. I thought it was going to be way too much. So we'll just have to perfect how we're doing and tweak how we do the edges on the windrow. Or we don't do a headland with the end row. Or with the windrow. Since it's a left-right thing, we might be able to get by with not doing a headland. I think if we don't do a headland with it, it'd be much better. Oh, you do you hay farm in real life? Nice. That's some hard work. For sure. The other side. This one's not as bad as the other one was. This one's not terrible. The other side was definitely way bigger. Yeah, I think since that doesn't throw... I think that windrower, since it doesn't throw it directly in the middle, it only does left or right. I don't think we need to do headlands with it. So we got like 50 acres. You hay 50 acres soybeans. You're not full. I got you. I hear you. All right. So I'm just getting these little straggly pieces now, even though I think there might be more. We'll grab the ones that they got right now. Call it done. Call it good right there. All right. It's the ends that are... All right, so I picked up that end. Now we're in the kind of the normal rows. But yeah, I don't think I need to do headlands with the other, or with that deal there. Hey, you're back. Welcome back, Noah. Yeah, I think with that windrower, I don't need to do headlands, which should make it a lot easier to keep these rows smaller. Not like that first one. That was wild. I am surprised it picked up any of it because we were kind of not even on the ground. All right, see if it picks up this end here. It did for the most part. It didn't pick up all of it, but it did pick up enough, I think. There we go. Thought you were gonna put the whole field in that. In that first one? Oh yeah. No. I had to switch it around. I was like, it looked like it was gonna be way too big as it was. I think if I would have added another row to it, it would have been no bueno. We wouldn't have been picking up anything. Yeah, it would have not been pretty. That's for sure. We would have had to turn it into like haylage or something. I'm thinking the only reason I would do that is if I was gonna run the forage wagon across it. I think if I did the whole field in one row like that, it would be too big for even a hay wagon, a forage wagon to pick up. At least that's what I think. You want to see that? Well, I'll have to wait a little while. Probably won't have it in this stream, but I think it'd be a little wild to try and do that. But it'd be a big pile, that's for sure. I probably wouldn't even be able to drive the tractor up on the damn thing. I'd have to come up with some kind of funky angle to maybe even get it started. I wonder if you can windrow. You probably can windrow without having to tether first, right? You could probably windrow if you're setting up for silage style, I would think. I would think that you probably could, but I don't know 100%. It'd just be grass, but yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, because then I can take that and then dump that in my the fermenting silo. Because before I didn't, the first time I mowed this and I did it for silage, I did not windrow it or anything. I just mowed it and then came back with a forage wagon and picked it up. But if I can windrow and put it in rows, obviously I feel like that would take up less time and be a little more professional like, if that makes sense. Yeah, because I guess the only way it would turn into hay is if you tether it first, obviously. I don't know what contracts are available. I know this was the only thing that we had that was ready to harvest. Air quotes on that. It was ready to mow. Our wheat field's not ready, our corn field's not ready, and we have soybeans that are not ready yet either. So we'll have to see what kind of contracts are available. Because I don't always skip ahead. I mean, unless there's literally no like decent contracts left or to do, then I'll skip ahead to the next month. Because I have my month set to 1 day, but I try to at least try to make some money by doing contracts that are worth doing. There are some contracts that like I'll just pass on them every time. Like I'm not doing a stone picking contract or um, like wood transport or anything like that. I don't do the deadwood or anything like that either. But if it's an interesting one and it pays good enough, harvesting contracts I do. Um, I'll do cultivating or plowing contracts as well. fertilizing contracts sometimes. I mean, it depends. I got to be in the mood to do a fertilizing contract. And since I turned liming off, like you're not required to lime. I don't have any of those. Yeah, I could get the stone picker that's really big. It also has a trailer with it that would hold any amount of stones that I would get, but I don't really. I'm not running like line production or anything like that. Otherwise, I would turn field stones on, and that's what I would do. Is I set it up to put it in a lime production or lime something that would turn it into lime. But I have lime turned off because lime is annoying to me. It goes through so quick, and it's very expensive to buy. So I just have it set to where I don't have to have that on. Now, I also do not run precision farming because I think with precision farming, you don't have an option to not run lime. Whereas the regular game without running precision farming, you do not have to run lime. But precision farming, you don't get that option. For what I'm aware of. I was using precision farming, but it didn't really do that much for me. I mean, I guess I just didn't utilize every part of it. And honestly, it's not a big deal to me, to be completely honest. Right, so we're about done baling this up, chat. We're going to go get our trailer, load her on up, and go take it over to the storage. I am kind of interested to see how close the Alright, so let's get this little straggler here. And there was one down at the other end. I am kind of curious to see how much room I'm going to have to get into the end barking area that I have. Once we start stacking these bales in the bale storage area. Because I have one that's straw, and then the other storage area is going to be for hay. But I kind of have it closer. I just haven't been able to see it with bales in it to make sure that I can still get in the spot, in and out of it. So we will find out. And I don't know, just for some reason I prefer square bales over round bales. I don't know why. I just do. Alright, so this one right here is for our hay bales. The other baler that we have is a Krone, and that is for our straw bales, since these don't let you unload the unfinished bales. You know, I could get that other baler, the other John Deere one, and or get another one of these and put the dual wheels on it. And that's how it would tell which one's for strong, which one's for uh hay. I might do that. Might sell that Krone one and get the old keeper as much John Deere as possible on here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll just buy it and I'll get it from the shop, whatever I need to get it. Because I mean, this does the same size. Hang on, chat. I got a phone call happening. I'm back, chat. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. So I think I'm gonna sell that one. I'm gonna sell the Krone. I'm gonna buy another John Deere. But we're gonna do the one. We're gonna have it be the one with two wheels, the tandem or whatever you want to call it, two axles, and that how we will tell which one is for straw. Where's the Krone? Krone. There it is. Sell. Yes. And the other one is a fraction of the cost. So we'll leave that how it is, that how it is. Perfect. Trelleborg's the only one that has regular standard tires. There we go. So that one will be for our straw bales. I'm going to just leave it at the shop for now because we don't need it till we mow that grass again. Well, no, we'll need it whenever we do the wheat. That's right. Bye. Sold the one for 153 grand and bought one for 12 grand. W's. All right. I mean, I could go get it. I probably will. just because I'm OCD, but where is our bale trailer? I think it's in here. Yep, it's right there. I knew we had one. I might move this bale trailer somewhere else, to be honest, because it's kind of a pain to get in and out of here. Or if I put it in here, I'll just park it. Kind of a pain in the ass. We're just gonna Austin Powers our way out of this thing. Problem is, I put it in here with an articulated tractor. So turning was much easier. Yeah, I think we're just gonna either not put it in there or put in something else. Chad, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. Had to use the restroom there. All right. Let's go get our bales. Yeah, I think we just park it in there. I think we just park it back in there just the regular way. Instead of trying to get it in the corner like that. Appreciate that, Colby. I was going to get more coffee too, but I don't know if the coffee's still on for one. And for two, it's all the way downstairs and on the other side of the house, and I don't feel like doing it. So I'm definitely gonna try to work out some sort of a stream schedule and get it posted up or something. You'll probably have to either get in my Discord and join the Discord, or follow me over on Kick to get that schedule, because I don't know how to post it up for YouTube. Um, I don't know enough about the dashboard on YouTube to set certain things up. So, um, but I'm definitely going to get some sort of a schedule worked out. I forgot how many this will hold, to be honest. I thought it was like 14, but I might be wrong on that. 3, 6, 9, 12. It could be 15 bales. I don't remember though. No, that's 2, 4, 6. Might be 12. Actually. Either way. So this is auto load, but it's the mechanical auto load. So I don't know. I used to use just the regular auto load trailers and stuff, but I like the fact that this has at least some sort of mechanical mechanism to it. So it's still auto load, but not just drive by and it magically appears on the trailer like the other auto load ones. Yeah, I think this holds 12 bales. Then it'll take a while whenever we do the oh, maybe this holds 14. All I know is that it does take a while to bail up and grab all of the bales from the wheat field whenever we do straw. When we do the straw fields, it'll be a few trips. This is probably going to be 2. Like, I don't think there's going to be another 14 bales after we get this first load done. Yeah, there's no. What's the number by your name in chat? What do you mean? By my name? I don't know what you're talking about. What number are you talking about? The crown with the number? That's actually, it's actually Botrix. It's a multi-chat tool, and I was able to set it up to where it would have my name on there as the thing. Otherwise, it would normally say Botrix. It's basically just a multi-chat thing that throws up those little comments and everything. And I was able to customize it and have it be my channel name as responding, instead of it just saying Botrix or something like that. That's all it is. It's not actually me typing, but that's what it is. I didn't know there was numbers next to it. Like I knew there was the crown thing there, but I think the crown means it's. I don't know exactly what the crown part means, to be honest. But the only reason, like I said, the only reason it has my name there is because it just doesn't say Botrix. I was able to customize it. A crown between your name and the text? It might be because you subscribed, maybe? I don't know. Not 100% sure. Yours says number 2. Maybe that means you're like the number 2 chatter? I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I don't know what the YouTube stuff like that. I don't know what that is. It's a great question. I should probably figure it out, huh? Hell yeah. There we go. There's our hay storage going started. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Colby, what that is. Let's see if I can. I don't know. I don't know what the number 2 is. Maybe you're the number 2 chatter. I don't know what that is. Unfortunately. Uh, you could be my top fan. That's what it is. It's showing top fan. So I think I can actually turn that off. That's what that is. So you're the number 2 top fan in the stream right now. So whatever that means. You know? That's what it is. I think I might be able to turn that off. I don't know how, but I might be able to. I mean, unless you're fine with it. Like if you're fine with it, then we can leave it how it is. What's up, No Name? Yeah, I don't know. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know enough about the YouTube chat stuff. Appreciate you coming back, No Name. Thank you much. All right, let's go get another load. Let's go get another load. Yeah, I think that's what that stands for. You're the number 2 top fan. I don't know if that means like for the stream, if that means for the channel. I don't know. But that's what the crown is. You're playing on PlayStation 3 Elite, and I'm one of your favorite YouTubers. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. I don't think there's 14 of these. There might be. Oh, we got one. Well, let's count these. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, there is exactly 14. Your PS3 is 15 years old, still kicking? Yeah. I was gonna say, you're still able to play on a PS3. You've been taking real good care of it. That's for sure. What games are you playing on PS3 right now? There were some good classics on PS3 for sure. There were some definite classic games on PS3 that were pretty good. If I remember correctly, there was isn't that what Final Fantasy VII was on? Originally was PS3. Playing Tetris, a PlayStation 2 game. Nice. I think they had Final Fantasy VII on PS3. I also think they had, what was that? SSX Tricky? Was a game on there that was really fun to play. I can play any PS2 or PS3. That's right. I forgot PlayStation 3 was backwards compatible. Not all of them. I think PlayStation 3, all of them were backwards compatible. I don't think that all PlayStation 2s were. Or maybe all PlayStation 2s were, or PlayStation 2s were not. PlayStation 3 was. And I think maybe some PlayStation 4s were, but I don't know. I don't rightly remember it. I think Xbox was always backwards compatible. You play on Xbox S. Now, is it an Xbox One S or is it Xbox Series S? Well, if you're playing if you're playing Farm Sim 25, it's probably a Series S. Because I think the only way you can play it on like a 1S is through cloud gaming. Heck yeah. There's exactly 28 bales right there. That's awesome. 2 trips. This time around. I don't know about what'll happen the next time around. Series S, yeah. I do know that some people were saying they were able to play Farm Sim 25 on Xbox One, but it was only through cloud gaming, and I don't even know how good that experience would even be. Xbox One is about 4 months old and has died. Oh no. She dead. No resurrecting that. My son had an Xbox One, and it was working great until there was an update that had to happen, and then after the update, it just went kaput. It was done for. And the weird part is that it was something happened, I guess, with the Wi-Fi card or something in it because power outage killed it. Yeah, I could see that happening. Probably fritzed it out or whatever. So my son's Xbox One there was a update that it needed, and then after the update, he literally couldn't play anything that was like online without lagging. If it had to do with Wi-Fi, it would not. And we have fiber internet with like even on Wi-Fi, it was like a gig upload and download speed. So it wasn't the internet that was the issue. It was literally the Wi-Fi card in the system or something that was like just preventing him from being able to play it anymore, which is kind of a bummer. But I don't know if there would have been a way to fix it or not. So, I mean, we still have it. And if there is a way, I'd love to fix it for him. But I don't think he's into like wrestling and everything like that. He's not really. I don't think he's been gaming much at all, to be honest. All right, so we're gonna put this trailer back in this garage, but we're not gonna put it in the corner. Then we want to deal with the same fiasco that we did trying to get it out of here. I did have 3 like Oxbow machines in this little thing, but I am not using that mod anymore. It was the Titan Harvester pack, which I don't think they have available anymore. And what it was all the Oxbow, like the regular Oxbow stuff for the root crops, just with like unrealistic capacities and everything. I really should go get that. Alright. Let's go on a trip, chat. We're gonna go get our other baler that we just bought. And bring it home before we do anything else. Then we will probably go ahead and fertilize the grass field again. So that's all done already. Should I play FS14 on your PS3? If it works well, try it. I didn't even know they had an FS14. I knew they had an FS15 because there was a lot of people that told me that's when they started playing Farm Sim, but I mean, if it works, why not? Give her a try. You have the disc? Nice. Well, if you have the disc, then sure. Why not? You should be playing it already, in my opinion. Seriously, didn't know they had any of them older than Farm Sim 15. There's probably older ones even than 14. There's probably 13 or something like that. I bet. I don't know though. I didn't actually get started playing Farm Sim until Farm Sim 19. So I've only played, and I don't have like I didn't do the mobile version or the one that was on Nintendo. I think it was on Switch. So I've only played Farm Sim 19, Farm Sim 22, and then Farm Sim 25 here. But I know they made a Farm Sim 23 that was for mobile and Nintendo. First Farm Sim was 2008. Wow. I wonder if I could. I'm sure I could. I wonder if I could find some YouTube videos or something of that and just see what the game looked like. At the time, it was probably really cool. I wonder if it's one of those games that started off being a PC game. It was only on PC for a while. I feel like it might have been. I really do. Farm Sim 2008. I'm definitely going to have to look up some videos on that if they have them. I think it might have came out on console before. Oh, it was on console before PC? Okay. I thought some of those simulation games started off on PC, then moved to console, but I guess it could be the other way around too. Either way, it makes sense. I wonder if they even had like mods or anything like that. You know, like how we have a ton of mods and everything for the game now. I wonder if they had any back then. I mean, shoot, think about it. That was 17 years ago, eight, 18 years ago. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild if you think about it. I'm hoping that I think they were saying American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator is supposed to be coming to console. I think late this year, and I'm kind of waiting for that because I used to play that on PC, and if they get the console version good, I'm probably gonna look into getting another wheel setup and everything like that again. I'll probably get a wheel setup beforehand, but you have to go to the web browser on PS3, install mods, then import them into your game. Really interesting. I didn't know you could do that on the console like that. That is pretty interesting, though. That's kind of cool. It is kind of cool that you can do that because I don't think you can do that on console right now. Well, I ain't got nowhere to park this thing, so we'll just put it over here. Actually, we'll just put it over here with the trailer that it was originally attached to. All right. I don't like the base game mods because I can't get any cool ones. I mean, you just gotta search. I mean, there's some pretty decent ones. Every mod that you see on here is all part of the downloadable content that's in the game. Because I mean, I'm on console. I'm on Series X, so I don't get any PC mods or anything like that. PS3 is one of the only consoles you can go on the web and do that. Yeah. All right. Let's see. First, we'll get a game save in. Let's see. I'm gonna do this cultivating contract because I want to use the big bud. It ain't gonna take us long. So we did go ahead, since we're on Walker Farms, I did go ahead and get myself a Big Bud. You can get Steam? Really? Nice. Man, that was a loud sneeze. You want the Kinsey grain cart? I'm assuming that's probably only on PC, is what you're saying? Or do they have that on here? I usually just use a trailer. I don't use the grain carts. I don't want to try to use the so this I have two of these. This one right here is a cultivator. The other one's a subsoiler, and I don't think the subsoiler will work for cultivating, as far as counting towards a cultivating contract. But it might work for plowing, actually, because for plowing stuff, I have the smaller. I have that smaller lizard subsoiler, and that works as a plow. I'm putting air quotes up on that. uh, it works as a plow. So for like a plowing contract or something like that. But I wonder if the subsoiler version of this would work. It's like we're only going to have this one contract to do, so we'll probably be advancing to the next month. I have one, Colby. It's just it's not very good. It's a Thrustmaster one, but it's a cheap Thrustmaster one. And I could hook it back up. I just haven't done it. But honestly, you can do. I might be switching that up because I might be thinking about getting a newer Thrustmaster one for the Xbox here in about a month, maybe. I don't know. I like the fact if I had the. I did too. I used to as well, no name, but I needed the money, so I sold it. I had to get rid of it, and I just ended up getting like a cheapy Thrustmaster setup. It works, but it's not like I had. I used to have a Moza direct drive and all that stuff. You know, a good one, but and then when you go back to one that's less quality, it's tough. But honestly, I want to get a farm stick because if I had a farm stick, then I wouldn't have to use the controller really for anything. Your wheel isn't good. How's your wheel not good? For $500, it better be good. I wouldn't be using it. Pretty expensive to not be a good wheel. You know what I mean? All right. Heck yeah. All 1,100 horsepower of this thing is pulling this sucker through. Like I said, I have a wheel set up. I just don't have it hooked up right now. I will more than likely get another one, but I want to get a Thrustmaster one because I have to go directly to the Xbox. I'm not on PC anymore, and I have a shifter that I have the Thrustmaster shifter. You don't have a shifter or pedals, so you can't got you. So I have the Thrustmaster TH8A shifter, which I got that when I got my Moza set up instead of getting the Moza shifter, because at that time I was on PC and I could plug that in separately. But now that I'm back on console and I'm not doing the dual PC gaming and all that stuff, I can't use that shifter. So when I do get another wheel set up, I'm going to make sure I get the Thrustmaster one so I can use the shifter. And then I'll be set up for when they do bring out American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator to the console. There's that. But like I said, maybe in like a month or something like that. What's Bluetooth? Your wheel's Bluetooth? Yeah. The only vehicles that I think work that I see a huge difference between controller and wheel is the articulated tractors. Your wheel's Bluetooth? Oh yeah. So what wheel do you have? What brand? Because I'm trying to figure out why you wouldn't have pedals with it. Because if it came as a bundle, you would think pedals were part of that, or I would think that. I know Fanatec has some good ones, but they're expensive. The problem is most of these setups are made for like racing sims, and I know they have a Thrustmaster like farm sim setup, but has palm trees on the logo. I don't know. Then I'm not familiar. Is it Turtle Beach? Maybe they play on my basement couch, so I don't. Oh, you play on your basement couch, so you don't have anywhere to put wheel or pedal. Palm Beach, I think it's probably Turtle Beach. Turtle Beach, I think, has palm trees. Turtle? No, turtle, like with a T, Turdle, or Turtle, like the animal. And it's a wheel setup, and it did not come with pedals. You would. That setup comes with pedals. Huh. I didn't see that wheel setup when I was looking around. I don't know if I would trust it all that much. But yeah, I would definitely need the Thrustmaster one so I can actually use my shifter though. I like these big buds. They got all kinds of power, but they're actually really quiet. But yeah, the part that I see the most benefit of having a wheel rather than controller is the articulated tractors like this. Because it makes the turning and everything like that a lot smoother. And I don't know, I might hook the wheel and pedals back up that I have, even though it's not the greatest in the world, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna wait until I can get a new one. Because I mean, I'd like to get another direct drive system, but I'm trying to find out if the Thrustmaster has one for Xbox, which I think they might. But I just gotta make sure that I can hook my shifter up to it because, I mean, I have a nice ass shifter that I can't even use right now. Yeah, Turtle Beach is compatible with Xbox. I just don't know if I want to get their wheel. I think there's definitely better wheels out there. Yeah, I know Turtle Beach is compatible with Xbox. You just got to get the right version of it because I'm sure they have an Xbox One, a PlayStation One, and typically the Xbox One, or actually either one of them, would be PC compatible. But again, I'm not playing on PC, so that really doesn't have any sway in things. It sucks. Yeah, I'm definitely probably not going to get it. I could go back the other way and get a Logitech one, which isn't bad, but I know they have. I think Thrustmaster has an actual like farm sim wheel setup, like where you get the wheel pedals and like a shifter thing, button box deal or whatever. Just I want to do like truck sim and all that stuff later on, so I don't want to do just a farming setup, you know. Ideally, I would be able to get the Thrustmaster, a direct drive type of wheel setup and pedals, be able to use my shifter, and then I could get the Thrustmaster farm stick, which would almost make it to where I would never have to use my controller for like anything. That would be the ideal setup for me at the moment. I've seen people use the farm sticks. The farm sticks are cool. It would be cool to have two farm sticks because when it comes to doing like forestry stuff, you could use both sticks to control stuff. I just don't know if you can actually do that on the Xbox or if you can only use one farm stick at a time. I know I've seen people use two farm sticks on PC, which is really cool. Like when you're running like any kind of forestry stuff or mining stuff or a backhoe or something like that. That's really cool. Seeing to do it's like you're really in it. I could see where you could set it up to run like a bobcat or something like that too. Would be really neat. Excuse me. I think that would be pretty cool too. I did say I needed to fertilize our grass field again, didn't I? Matter of fact, I'm almost 100% sure I said that. So when we're done with this cultivating contract, we will hop on that for sure and get that grass field fertilized before we skip on to another month at all. It's so quiet for being a large tractor like that. It is definitely a quiet tractor. That is for sure. I like these big old wide tires on this thing. It looks kind of cool. I know traditionally a Big Bud has at least dual tires, but I like the big floaters. I think that looks pretty cool. And it's about as wide as having two double tires, anyways. So I'm not losing a whole lot off of that. Oh man, who is gonna win the Super Bowl today? I wonder. I think I lean more towards the Seahawks, but just never know anymore. This is a really nice cultivator. It's a shame you can only really use it on maps that are nice and open. Otherwise, you couldn't drive down the road without getting caught on something. You could probably use it on the Iowa Plains map. I don't know if you could do it on the Alma, Missouri map. And then obviously you could probably use it on any of the Michigan ones that are nice and big and open as well. I just don't think it folds up tight enough to be able to go down a regular map like road where there's like bridges and stuff like that, or like like skinnier parts. I think you'd end up running into like everything. Do I watch The Squad? I have not ever seen that. No, I have not, Colby. Uh, isn't it like a superhero-ish movie or TV show or something like that? Isn't that kind of what that is, or am I thinking of something different? To be honest, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I usually don't have time, and I really don't have. If we watch anything, it's on a streaming service or something like that. But I don't. I don't get to watch kind of regular TV shows all that much. Soundtrack's about done, chat. Oh, they play Farming Sim. Okay, I will. Are they on YouTube as well, or what are they on, Colby? I'll definitely have to look them up. Contract's done. We'll let this fold on up. Go back to the farm and get our grass field fertilized. They're on YouTube. All right. I'll have to check it out. Do they is it like a group or like a couple people or something that stream together, or is it just like one person or whatever, or I mean, but with the name The Squad, it sounds like it would be like a group of guys, a group of people or something like that. two people make videos together, and that they do IRL farm as well. Nice. I'll have to look them up. Sounds like some good content there. I will definitely look them up. And it's just the squad, huh? I guess that's the channel name. Gotcha. Gotcha, Colby. Yeah, I'll definitely look them up for sure. Their IRL farming channel is called Grant Hilbert. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll for sure look it up. All right. Let's go get our fertilizer and get our grass field fertilized. Let's get the grass field fertilized, man. Actually used to work at a place where they had one of these in real life. Maybe not this exact model, but basically it was the same thing. It was a changing system one. You had the bucket like it's on there now for dry fertilizer or for solid fert or whatever, and then you could also swap that out for a liquid tank. They did a lot of the liquid stuff out of it, but all right, let's get it ferted. Wah 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 wah. We got the fertilizer. Yeah, the bird in the background. Fert. I like this machine. There are definitely some other fertilizer options, but I think this one's my favorite. I guess if you had lime turned on, you could use this bucket for lime as well. I just don't have it turned on because I don't like having to deal with lime. I feel like compared to earlier farm sims like 22 and 19, which are the only other ones I played, I feel like in this game, in 25, you go through lime so much faster than you did in the other games. Like if I had lime, I'd probably already be having to like almost have to fill up again already. But with the solid fertilizer, it doesn't go through that quick. So it's just annoying having to buy it all the time or get like halfway done with the field and you're across the map and then you run out of lime. You have to go drive all the way somewhere to go refill it. And nah, that ain't for me, you know? That's not for me, you know? Alright. And this has a pretty wide swath or whatever, you know, pretty wide spread. It's not the widest spread one, but pretty good. Pretty good width for granular fert. I think the one that I've seen, there was a mod on here, which I'm sure they still have it, for fertilizer spreader. It was like a little one, and I think it did like 50 meters wide. It was a mod, but it wasn't bad either. There was also a sprayer that I tried a little bit, but I think you go through liquid fertilizer faster than granular fertilizer. I might be wrong on that, but there was a sprayer one for liquid fert that was huge. We would have got this field done in like 2 passes. But it was really big and really wide. I think this is the last pass right here. We should be 100% fertilized now. We can get the best growth out of this grass. fertilized. Whoops. Got a little touchy on the steering there. See, I'm going 32 miles an hour right now, and it doesn't look like it's going as fast as if I had the higher field of view. Higher field of view, this would make it look like this thing is like flying down the road. Which I guess, for what it is, 32 miles an hour is pretty quick, but it doesn't look like it's going that fast. It's all about perception. Oh no. Clipped the edge there. Whoops. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. We almost slipped it, but didn't. Well, let's take a look at things here. Collect on our contract. There's really nothing else. So next time we get on, we will skip to the next month. Probably already be skipped to the next month when that happens, but all right, chat. I appreciate everybody coming in on YouTube. Really nice to see some chat activity over there. And but we're getting ready to go change and go head off to go watch the Super Bowl tonight. Probably be back on tomorrow morning. Hopefully. We're gonna try. And everybody on Kick, appreciate you guys if you were lurking or anything like that. But yeah, YouTube Colby, no name. Uh Noah, everybody in there with any kind of likes or follows or subscribes or anything like that. I appreciate you. Um, and like I said, we'll be back on Farm Sim. I think we're almost to the point where we're only going to live stream Farm Sim, but I do still play Warzone from time to time. And now that ranked play is out, I'm going to probably give it a go and try that sometime. But yeah, it was a decent day. We got our grass field done, got our first set of hay bales done, got it fertilized, got a contract done, and then we'll be back on tomorrow. I don't think we'll be on tonight. It really depends on how the Super Bowl goes. If it's a blowout and we leave early, might get back on tonight. Not sure. If we do get back on tonight, we'll probably be over on Warzone, Call of Duty. But yeah, we are definitely going to be more into Farm Sim content, Farm Sim streaming, and everything like that. Moving forward here, we're getting back into the swing of things. So again, I appreciate everybody hanging out. Appreciate y'all chit chatting and spending some of your Sunday with me. But let's go watch the Super Bowl. If you guys are watching, hopefully you're all safe and you have a good time, and hopefully your team wins, whoever that is. But yeah, so that's going to do it today, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.